All right, beautiful students. Today is September 21st, 2023. And I'm nervous, but excited because I'm going to show you what we're going to review the last 3 units of this level, of the B2 level. Okay, and they were um they were a little complicated. The topics, they were a little complicated, but I think you will be okay. I think you'll be okay. So let's get started. Remember, guys, we're going to review Touchstone 4, units 10, 11, and 12. Specifically, units A and B, because units A and B, they have the important grammar and vocabulary that you need to speak and to use the topics that you learn in real life English. All right. So let's begin with Unit 10. Unit 10, Lesson A. Okay, guys. In this unit, you learned how to use the third conditional. The third conditional. You learn how to use a third conditional to express hypothetical or imaginary things about the past. Let me give you an example. Today, I wanted to go to the gym. I wanted to go to the gym, but I couldn't. I couldn't because I needed to go to Walmart because we needed food for my house. But if I hadn't gone to Walmart, I would have gone to the gym. If I hadn't gone to Walmart, I would have gone to the gym. Lily, could you do me a favor and translate this sentence to Spanish?
Si yo no he ido a Walmart, yo tendría que, ¿tendría? Hubiera. Hubiera ido al gimnasio.
All right. Don't worry. It's okay. This is why we are reviewing. So
Okay.
this is for the past. This is el pasado, no del presente.
Okay.
So it's hablando hipotéticamente del pasado. Si yo no hubiera ido a Walmart, hubiera ido al gimnasio. And for some people, this is confusing. I remember one student asked me, I don't remember who. They said, ¿por qué si este es hubiera y este es hubiera? Porque en un lado se usa would y en el otro no. And, well, there is no real reason. It's just the structure. Okay, this is just the structure. Look, write this in your notebook. To talk hypothetically about the past, use this structure right here. First, you're going to use if, then a subject, and then the past perfect. Dot, 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 because maybe you want to complement, a comma, subject, plus would have, and then the past participle. And then dot, 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 because maybe you want a complement. The most important thing, guys, is that the verb after if is in the past perfect. Remember, the past perfect is had or hadn't, and the past participle. So guys, if si yo no hubiera ido al gimnasio, yo hubiera ido al gimnasio. Wait, si yo no hubiera ido a Walmart, yo hubiera ido al gimnasio is if I hadn't gone to Walmart, I would have gone to the gym. What would be this sentence in English? Si me hubiera levantado temprano, hubiera desayunado. How could I say the sentence in English? Anybody?
If I have woke up
Woken up.
early, I have
No.
I
no,
would, I would
I
have,
will have
That is the correct thing. If I had woken up early, I would have had breakfast. Okay? If I had woken up early, I would have had breakfast. One more example. Si hubiera estudiado más, hubiera aprobado el examen. Anybody?
Me.
Okay.
If I had studied more, I would have passed the test.
Salma. Very good. Very good. Very good. Excellent. All right, guys. So the most important thing here are the verbs. You have to make sure that you're using the past perfect after if. Don't forget to use the past perfect after if. And on the other side, it's would have and then a past participle. And look, it doesn't matter if the word if is in the middle. You can put if in the middle if you want. Let me explain. I can say this, look. I would have passed the test if I had studied more. There is no difference. Si hubiera estudiado más, hubiera aprobado el examen. Hubiera aprobado el examen si hubiera estudiado más. There is no difference in the verbs. Like, it doesn't matter if is at the beginning or if is at the middle. After if, you always use the past perfect to talk hypothetically about the past. I'm going to say that in Spanish. No importa si el sí va al inicio o en medio de la oración. Siempre se usa el pasado perfecto después de if para hablar hipotéticamente del pasado. But there is one small difference. If you use the word if in the middle, don't use a comma. No comma. You only use a comma when the word if is at the beginning of your sentence. If I had studied more, comma. I would have studied the test if I had studied more, no comma. That is the only difference. Now, check this out. On the test, these are the type of questions you're going to have. Si mi papá, la. Para mis clases de inglés, nunca hubiera aprendido inglés. A, B, or C? What is the correct answer? Take your time. Let me know.
B.
B?
B. Hadn't.
B.
B? Okay, very good. Hadn't. Now, that is correct. Letter B is correct. And letter A and letter B are both in the past perfect. So grammatically speaking, both are correct, but it wouldn't make sense if I said had paid. Because it would be like, si hubiera sido had paid, afirmativo sería, si mi papá hubiera pagado por mi clase de inglés, nunca hubiera aprendido inglés. It doesn't make sense. But this one does. Si mi papá no hubiera pagado por mi clase de inglés, nunca hubiera aprendido inglés. That makes more sense. So grammatically, both are correct, but logically, only letter B is correct. Good job, guys. Another one. Gonna make this a little smaller, guys. Oh, remember, if you have any questions, please ask. Do not be scared. This is the moment to ask.
Yes, I have a question.
Tell me.
Quitar la coma, eso lo podemos hacer en todos los condicionales y no cambia, ¿no? Solo tenemos que voltearlo y quitar la coma.
Yeah. That's
En
correct.
los 4, bueno, en los...
Sí, en el condicional 0, 1 y 2 también aplica.
ok.
Y en los mixtos. En el siguiente nivel van a aprender los mixtos.
Oh,
There are more, I know. But that is correct. What you said is correct. Good question. All right, check this out. If I had gone to college, medicine. IA would have, B would studied, or C would have studied. What is the correct answer?
sí.
Sí.
C?
Sí.
Okay. Michelle, Talia, Hazel, Farhat, you agree?
I
B.
agree. I agree.
You agree. Nice. Yeah. I would have studied medicine is correct because, well, it's the structure. The structure is subject would have, past participle. And remember, I'm not saying would have, I'm saying would have. You can combine those two words and it sounds like would have. Let me write the pronunciation for you. It's like would have. But it depends. If you prefer to say the word separately, would have, that's fine. But I prefer would have. It's more natural. And that is it. That is it for Unit 10, Lesson A. Do you have any questions about this? Or can I continue to the next lesson?
Continue.
Continue.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I'm going to ask you one more question with this, and then we will continue. Okay? What would you have done if you found $1 million this morning? Hey, look, let's imagine that if you found this $1 million, something that you want to do is I don't know, maybe buy a house. Would you say I would buy a house? I had buy a house, or I would have bought a house.
I wouldn't bought a house.
I would have bought a house.
Exactly. Hubiera comprado una casa. ¿Qué hubieras hecho si hubieras encontrado $1,000,000 esta mañana? Hubiera comprado una casa. Yeah. Look, the other one, I would buy a house. This is correct. It's a correct sentence, but not for the context. I would buy a house is compraría una casa. En el futuro. O en el presente, ¿no? Pero eso dice this morning. So it's the past. And because it's the past, you have to use this. Hubiera comprado. I would have bought. Gustavo, Liddy, good job. You're on fire. Let's go. I am becoming an old man. I always do that now. I'm always clearing my throat. Well, it is Unit 10, Lesson B. And guys, honestly, in this lesson, I was very impressed. I was impressed with your performance because you understood the topic really, really fast. In Unit 10, Lesson B, you learned how to use tag questions to check information. Let me give you an example. She ate my pizza, didn't she? She ate my pizza, didn't she? She didn't eat my pizza. Did she? Those are tag questions. And remember, with tag questions, this is what you have to do. If you have an affirmative sentence or an affirmative clause, you have to use a negative tag. And if you have a negative sentence, well, then you use a positive tag. In number 1, I have an affirmative sentence and then a negative tag. In number 2, I have a negative sentence and then an affirmative tag. Remember, the tag is with the comma, then an auxiliary verb or the verb be, and then a subject pronoun. A subject pronoun. Guys, tell me, what would be the tag for this sentence right here? Would it be A, did she? B, didn't she? Or C, studied she?
B.
Didn't she be?
Didn't she be? That is correct. Do you have any questions, or can I continue to the next example? Okay.
Another one.
Another example, sure.
Another example. Okay. This one is going to be a little confusing. Let's see if you can do it. He's gone to the store. That one's hard, right?
Um,
What is the answer?
B.
B?
Isn't he?
Isn't he? Ooh. Salma says B. Monica says C. Hazel, Gustavo, Lily Ali, what do you say?
think that it's B.
B hasn't he?
B hasn't he? Talia, what do you say?
I don't know. My heart is easy.
C.
Okay, it
Sí.
is letter B. Hasn't he? This is the correct one.
Because the subject pronoun is he. Really?
But the reason why it's letter B, it's because if we separate he's, no es he is. Es he has.
Yeah.
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 Él ha ido a la tienda, ¿no? He has gone to the store.
It's present perfect.
It's present perfect. Yeah. And remember, the auxiliary verbs in the present perfect are have or has. It depends on the subject. Los verbos auxiliares del presente perfecto son have o has, dependiendo del sujeto. Let's see, two more examples. What do you think it is?
Doesn't he?
Doesn't he?
Doesn't.
Doesn't he would be correct. Good. Doesn't he, because, well, the auxiliary verbs for the present are do and does. But because you need to use the negative tag, it's do, don't, or doesn't, and then the subject is he, you can't say don't he. That doesn't make sense. It would be doesn't he. So Miguel likes pizza, doesn't he? A Miguel le gusta la pizza, ¿no? And the last one, guys. What is the correct answer?
Haven't they?
Haven't they? Exactly. They've been to LA, haven't they? All right. And one more. This time, I'm not going to give you any options. I just want you to say the correct tag.
¿Ese qué tiempo es? ¿Igual present perfect?
Yeah, present perfect, present perfect.
Okay.
Mike went to the store. Went to the store. What would be the tag?
Didn't he?
Didn't she?
Very good. Didn't he? Mike went to the store, didn't he? Good job, good job. And that's it. That's it for the tag questions. Let's go on to Unit 11, Lesson A. Okay, guys, in Unit 11, Lesson A, you practiced the present perfect passive and the present continuous passive, talking about the different social changes and environmental changes in society. Let me write that for you. Unit 11, Lesson A. Let me give you some examples of this right here. They have been destroying the forests. That is an active sentence. In the passive, that would be the forests have been destroyed. I think I made a mistake. Oh yeah, I made a mistake. Sorry, they have destroyed the forests. The forests have been destroyed. Ellos han destruido los bosques. Los bosques han sido destruidos. And of course, that is present perfect. But if I say they are destroying the forests, in the passive voice, that would be the forests are being destroyed. The forests are being destroyed. And of course, that is present continuous. So it's really easy to make these sentences. All you have to do is identify the object, you know, the person or the thing after the verb, and then you're going to move it to the beginning of the passive sentence. Lo que tienen que hacer es identificar el objeto de la oración activa y moverlo al inicio de la oración pasiva. That's it. That's it. And then you just have to follow the structures. The structures are like this. Present perfect passive is like this. You put the receiver first, of course. In this case, the forests, the receiver, and then have or has, then been, and then a past participle. And then the present continuous passive, this would be the receiver, is, am, are, being, and then the past participle. I'm going to give you some active sentences and you change it to the past. Guys, what would be, they are cutting the cheese. It's a funny sentence. They are cutting the cheese in the passive voice. The cheese.
The cheese. Are
Mhm.
being coding?
Close.
Are coding?
No. It's not are because cheese is uncountable.
Have you got it?
No,
Are, no.
can't be are because cheese is not plural. La
Is
palabra cheese nunca será plural porque es incontable. The cheese what?
the cheese is coding?
Cheese is okay.
Could. No, begin could.
It's
Is
being-
being. Is being.
Yeah. So this is present continuous. Present continuous. So you have to use this structure. Look, the receiver is the cheese. Then we use the verb be is then being. Then the past participle is cut. The cheese is being cut. They are cutting the cheese. Okay, now what about this one right here? They have cut the cheese. Guys, the cheese is present perfect now.
Have?
Not have.
Has. Sorry. The cheese has been
Has.
cut.
Bien.
Very good, because it's present perfect. Okay, two more like this, and we'll continue to the next lesson. Look, they are hiring people. Ellos están ellos están contratando personas. They are hiring people. People is, are, am.
Are
People are
being
Are being.
being.
cured.
Oh,
Yes.
it's pronounced like this. Hi-
Hired. Hired.
Yeah, people are-
Hired. Como ayer, ¿no?
oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Good correlation. All right, they are hiring people. And they haven't answered my question. My question what would that be? Michelle, are you there?
Yeah.
Come on, you can do this. It's present perfect passive. I already gave you the receiver. It's my question. My question have or has?
Has.
Has. My question has, but it's negative. What is it? when it
Hasn't been
hasn't been
answered.
very good. My question hasn't been answered. Beautiful pronunciation of answered, Lily. All right. That would be correct. Good. Let's see. I know this in Spanish sounds ridiculous. El edificio está siendo destruido. But how would you say that in English? The building. What would that be?
Is
Are
being
being destroyed?
Is being
destroyed.
destroyed. The building is being destroyed is because the building is singular. Okay, good. And that is unit 11, lesson A. Okay. Do you have any questions about this? Not right now? Let's go.
No.
Okay, okay. Can I erase this?
No.
No.
Okay, let me know when you're ready. All right, let's go on. So unit 11, lesson B. And this was the most difficult lesson, but it wasn't that bad. You did really well with it. So in this lesson, we talked about environmental issues using advanced connectors. First, what would be this sentence right here? It hasn't rained in months. We're expecting which word from all of those crazy words that we learned that day, which word can go in that line? Do you remember? No ha llovido en meses. Se espera una
Tormenta.
close. It hasn't rained a month. How about this? I'm going to change it.
Right?
We are experiencing. What'd you say, Salma?
Draw. A
Yeah.
draw.
Drove.
Very good. Estamos pasando por una sequía. We're experiencing a drought. Pronounce like this. Drought. Drought. All right, good. And what do you call that place where you go and take all of the city's trash?
A landfill.
Very good. All of the city's trash goes into a landfill. Very good. Guys, what is because in Spanish?
¿Por
¿Por
qué?
qué?
Okay. And what is because of?
Debido a o a causa de.
Yeah, that works. It could be por o debido a o a causa de. Yeah, all of those, ¿no? Para dar una razón. And then what about instead of? What is that?
En vez de.
En vez de. Very good. So check this out. A lot of fish are dying. La. Oil spills. Oil spills are derrames de petróleo. Because of, or instead of?
Because of.
Because of. Muchos pescados están muriendo debido a los derrames de petróleo. Okay. Now let's continue with the connectors. What is in order to? This one's so easy. In order to. You can check your notes, okay? Check your notes. What is in order to?
Para
Con el fin de.
o con el fin de.
Para con el fin de. Ooh. Yeah. What about in spite of?
A pesar de.
A pesar de. All right. Now, we have 5 connectors. Because of, instead of, in order to, and in spite of. How about this? Solo me baño por 1 minuto para,
In order to.
in order to. Very good. In order to. Para ahorrar agua. Solo me toma 1 minuto cuando me baño para ahorrar agua. Good, good, good. Now, guys, what is despite?
A pesar.
Pesar
A
de.
pesar de.
Yeah, so in spite and despite, they are the same words. Well, not the same words. They are the same thing, but different words. And this one, although. What is this?
Aunque.
Aunque. Very good.
Mr. Gatica, I have a question.
One moment, please.
Yeah.
Because of, instead of, in order to, in spite of, despite, although, we have polluted the ocean so much, we can still save them. What would be the correct connector right there? From these.
Although,
Although.
Although. Aunque hemos contaminado los océanos mucho, todavía los podemos rescatar. Ms. Mondragon, tell me, what is your question?
In spite of and although, no, and despite is translation es la misma traducción. In spite of and despite.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's the
Thank you.
same meaning, mismo significado. All right, guys, and that is Unit 11, Lesson B. Okay, Unit 11, Lesson B. Any questions before we continue to the next lesson?
no,
All right.
Missing even though.
Excuse me?
Que falta even though.
Ah, sí, faltan más. Faltan due to, as a result of.
Oh,
Yeah, but no, these are the ones on the test. But you're right. Let's review them, right? What is even though? What is even though? Class? Nobody?
aunque.
Aunque. And what about as a result of?
Como resultado de.
Como resultado de.
And what about due to?
Debido a.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, very good. And one more. So that.
¿Para qué?
Para que. Y también si le quitamos el that al so, puede ser para qué. Very good. And those are all the connectors from that lesson. I'm going to erase this, okay? Now let's go to unit 12, lesson A. Unit 12, lesson A. This was a pretty easy lesson. In this lesson, you learned how to add emphasis. You learn how to add emphasis in your sentences using what clauses and long noun phrases. Aprendieron cómo agregarle énfasis o importancia a sus oraciones usando what clauses y long noun phrases. So look, if I say, you need more money. You need more money. You need more money. That's a normal sentence. But if I want to make this sound more important, would it be this? Which one is correct?
B.
A.
Letter B is correct. What you need is more money. Lo que necesitas es más dinero. What you need is more money. And that sounds more important and that sounds more emphatic than the sentence, you need more money. What you need is more money sounds more emphatic than you need more money. Another example. You should drink more water. What you should do, drink more water. What you should do, drink more water is, or what you should do is drink more water. Which one is correct?
C.
C. That is correct. Lo que deberías hacer es tomar más agua. Okay, I'm gonna write one sentence.
Mr. Gatica,
Yeah.
and why we don't use to? For example, what you should do is to drink more water.
Because you don't use to with should.
Okay.
Yeah, with sometimes we do use to, but with should we never use to. Let me give you an example with to, okay? For example, you need to drink more water. In that case, you would say, what you need to do is drink more water. And you can also say what you need to do is to drink more water. But that's optional, okay?
Okay, but only with should we can use to. We can use it, for example, if I say what you need to do. No, for example, if I say you could drink, I know, ya me
No,
equivoqué. Pero nada
no.
más con should, con you should, no se puede usar to.
Con should y con cualquier verbo con el que normalmente no va to. Con todos los modales, como will, could, should, may, might. Eso no llevan to. Tampoco en esas oraciones.
Okay.
Okay. And one more. This one I want you to translate. Well, not translate, to change with the what clause. Guys, how can I make this sentence sound more important?
What you need is more time.
What you need is more time. Lo que necesitas es más tiempo. Yeah. Okay. What about this one? This one's going to change a little bit. How can I change this? How can I make that sound more important?
What you need is more friends.
What you need is more friends. I would say what you need are more friends. What you need are more friends. Because more friends is plural. Let me check. Let me confirm that that would be correct. One moment. Yeah. So in this case, we use are because friends is plural. Let me give you another example with something plural. This time in the past. Necesitabas estudiar. What you needed to do. 2 words. What goes there? How can I make that sound more important?
What you need to do is study.
Very good. What you needed to do. Not is, because the past
Was.
was. Now, let me give you an example in the past with a plural predicate, like friends. You need to talk to more. Nah, not that one. No, I'm gonna do the same sentence, but in the past. You needed more friends. What you needed. What would that be? The same sentence, but in the past.
Were more friends.
Were more friends. You needed more friends. What you needed were more friends. And those would be the what clauses to make your sentences sound more important. If you can remember these right here, you will be okay on the test. All right. And finally, the last lesson, Unit 12, Lesson B. In this lesson, you learn how to talk about your future plans using the future perfect and future continuous. This is what we practiced yesterday. So remember, you can say, I will be working, and this is future continuous. I will be working, continuous. I will have graduated. And this is future perfect. Future perfect is something that we use when something will be done by a specific time in the future. When something will be finished by a specific time in the future. And the future continuous, like I will be working, is something that will be happening in the future, something that will be continuous or in progress in the future. So imagine I'm 23 years old and I plan on getting my first job soon and working for 40 years. Imagínate que tengo 23 años y estoy planeando en conseguir mi primer trabajo pronto y trabajar 40 años. What would I say? In 10 years, I A will be working, B will working, or C will be work.
Will be working.
Letter A will be working is correct. In 10 years, I will be working. By 2025. Anytime that you see a sentence like that, by 2025, this means before. By in this context means before, antes. Antes del 2025, A, B, or C? A house.
Will have bought.
Very good. Will have bought a house. Antes del 2025, habré comprado una casa. I will have bought a house. And ladies and Gustavo, that is all. That is all right there. Do you have any questions?
No.
No. Okay. Salma, Talia, Natalie, no.
Sí,
No,
No.
Mr. Good.
Tell me, Salma.
sí, es sobre el conector by. Ese ya vimos cómo se utiliza.
No es conector, es preposición.
Ah,
Y by, bueno, en este caso significa antes de.
sí, pero también lo he visto como, como conector, ¿no?
No, nunca ha funcionado como conector, pero tal vez se refieres a esto, ¿no? Maybe the light bulb was invented by Ben Franklin.
Mm,
Ahí no, como el foco fue inventado por Ben Franklin. ¿Este ahí? ¿En la voz pasiva o no? ¿A ese no te refieres?
no, lo he visto en correos. A ver, deja buscar uno, ejemplo. Ah, mm, aquí hay uno. Momentito. Mm, A ver, ya lo estoy poniendo en el chat.
Okay. Okay. If I translated this to Spanish, it's not a connector. Look. So whenever you use by and then a verb ing es algo que necesitas hacer para lograr lo anterior. Entonces aquí quiere que confirmes que es cambiar tu cuenta de banco y para poder hacerlo necesitas hacer eso by completing the attached ETF. Entonces, no es como un conector en sí, pero es una preposición, pero sí lo veremos en el siguiente nivel. ¿Ok, Salma? En level 5 we will see it. Ese es un presente participio. Cómo usar by con un presente participio para expresar que vas a hacer algo para cumplir con otra cosa. That's a good one. That's a good question.
Okay. Bien.
All right, cool. Well, guys, we're done. Please study during the weekend. Your test will be on Monday. All right. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful weekend.
See
Thank
you. Thank
you.
for
Take care.
See
Yeah.
you.
See you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Gatti.